You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, the sports world is healing, folks. People are outright rejecting males and female sports. It's finally happening, guys. Now, a lot of people have been asleep at the wheel for quite a while, but now they're waking up. They're realizing that, hey, if I actually come out and say, hey, I don't want a male and female sports, there is nothing transphobic about that. Now, some people believe that people can live their lives, so be it. If you are a man that wants to live as a woman, go ahead. But when you actually enter female sports, that is crossing the line, as well as they're changing facilities also as well. Yeah. Now, guys, back in, I believe, 2019. 2019 was actually the year this channel actually started, believe it or not. 2019 in the summer is when me and Rose started Black and White Sports. But also in 2019, guys, we weren't actually covering this type of stuff. We were pretty mainstream on the sports, and really, I didn't know anything about men competing as women in sports. It really wasn't a thing then, but it wasn't being talked about. CeCe Telfer. CeCe Telfer is a male identifying as a female that competed in collegiate track and field. Dominated the competition, folks. Dominated. I believe he won an NCAA championship, if I'm not mistaken, in track and field. Well, guess what, guys? The female that came in second wants her trophy. Yeah, she's calling out CeCe Telfer, saying, hey, that trophy belongs to me because I was actually the only woman to actually win the race. She's right about this, guys. So let's dive into this. Right over here, guys. Former NCAA runner says stolen championship should be returned after loss to trans-identifying man in 2019. Yes, that is CeCe Telfer right there. Clearly a male. Everybody can see that this is a male. It's not enough for debate. But look here. It says former collegiate runner Minna Svard placed second in the finals of the NCAA Division II women's 400-meter hurdles in 2019 as a sophomore at East Texas A&M, losing first place to a trans-identifying man who previously ranked 390 among NCAA Division II men. Why is it, folks, that the men that are pretty mediocre to bad, they're the ones that's quote-unquote transitioning and competing in women's sports? The same thing with Leah Will Thomas, ranked something like 470 in swimming. But anyway, this week in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, Svard called for the stolen championship to be returned to her after trans-identifying CeCe Telfer snagged the top spot in that event. Quote, CeCe Telfer destroyed the women's field and crossed the finish line almost 2 seconds before me, becoming the first known transgender identified athlete to win an NCAA title, the Swedish athlete wrote. That made me the first collegiate woman to be told her victory was worth less than a man's feelings. I cried a lot that day, not because I lost, but because of how I lost. I also knew I wasn't the only victim. Every time a male athlete enters female competition, a woman gets cut from the roster to make room. Yeah, she's right about this. She is right about this. Because not only did she lose, but a female had to lose a spot so CeCe Telfer, the male, could actually run. Yeah. That's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad, and that's pretty sad. Now, right here is the picture right here. This is Minna Svard right here to CeCe Telfer's left. All these other women are actual women. You can tell. You can tell that CeCe Telfer is a male. This is so unfair. Wow. I don't know if she's actually going to get her title. I don't. Svard pointed out that men have enormous athletic advantages over women, and Olympic gold medal winning times for men's 400-meter hurdles are about 5 seconds faster than for a woman. That's by a mile, guys, which is about 10% an eternity in this kind of sport. Yeah. When you talk about 5 seconds in a track and field, that is an eternity. That is like trying to race Superman in a race. You're not going to do it. Svard noted that Telfer authored a book and that the New York Times Magazine wrote about him in a long piece called "For My People, a Transgender Woman Pursues an Olympic Dream." But in 2021, Svard wrote, Telfer did not pass a testosterone test, which put an end to his dream of participating in the Olympics. I'm curious about the testosterone numbers when he was actually winning an NCAA title. Not that testosterone is the only thing. Bone structure, lung capacity, muscle mass, all that stuff matters, man. She continued, quote, "I don't expect I'll ever be profiled in a fawning magazine feature, but I did accomplish one thing that will always fill me with pride. In 2019, I was the fastest female 400-meter hurdler at any NCAA Division II school. It's been 5 years since that honor was stolen from me. I want it back." I've already said, guys, that the NCAA should be stripping these transgenders of these titles and give them to the women that actually won. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. Now, the NCAA has changed their rules and said, all right, only actual females can play in female sports. I believe they need to go further. They need to strip any titles that were won by transgenders and give them to the actual women, because they're the ones that truly won. Let's just keep it real. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But I fully support Minna Svard coming out and saying, hey, I want my championship back. Will the NCAA actually do the right thing? I'm not really sure. But we have to see, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.